What's up, guys? Shockwave640 here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars Build-A-Figure Captain Phasma. And I know it's been a very, very long time since I've uploaded a video, roughly like 2.5 weeks maybe. I've had a lot of stuff going on, and I've been trying to lengthen out how long I put out videos. And it's not always going to be like a 2-week span or anything. I'm trying to lengthen it out because I've only got a handful of figures to review left, and a majority of them being Gundam models, and not a lot of people like to watch my Gundam model videos. It's mainly just the Transformers you like to see, but I don't really have the money to be getting a whole bunch of Transformers. But it did just come across quite a bit of money for graduation, because I'm going to be graduating soon. So I did come across some money for that. So be expecting some newer Transformers. I'm going to be trying to either get Leader Class Soundwave and Leader Class 6-Shot and then review those, or I'm going to get the Autobot Heroes Platinum set and review all, I think it's 5 figures that come in there, which is Blur, Cup, RC, Springer, and Ultra Magnus. I couldn't think of the name, so I think it's 5 figures. So, and then I would make that span over a few days or something like that. But anyways, to the actual review itself, here we do have Captain Phasma, and the first thing I'm going to state about this figure is, well, of course you do have to build it. It is a LEGO set that uses the creature building system kind of thing that they've been using with their new Bionicle. It was introduced for Hero Factory, but they did use it for these guys, which it does work really well. I do want to get Kylo Ren, even though he's got this really stupid gimmick, but I know how to fix it. And I want to get General Grievous. And there's one more figure I wanted to get, but K2SO. I do want to try to get those 3 as well, but I'm not really looking for them currently at the moment, and I see them all the time. Like, General Grievous has gone down to like $20 now at the stores, so I'll probably end up getting him sooner or later. I do want to try to get him the most out of the 3, him and K2. But first things first is Captain Phasma. So we're going to do a size comparisons first. For a mainline comparison, here she is with Titan's Return Hardhead. So you can see she towers over deluxe class Transformers. Like, I want to say she's probably like almost leader sized. I don't know, because I don't own any leader sized Transformers. The closest thing that it would have would probably be either Combiner Wars Bruticus, who I didn't want to take off the shelf, or it's going to be Quake Blast here. So you can see how she scales with Quake Blast. He is still, I think they go head to head if he's standing fully at his full height. If not, he's probably just a little bit shorter, but she is huge. Weighs nowhere near as much as him. I mean, she's nothing but hollow plastic. He's just big, girthy metal pieces and stuff. And so yeah. And then for the second biggest Gundam I have, here it is with the high grade Sinanju. And so you can see how she scales with him. He's about Voyager-ish scale, a little bit. He's about the size of one of the smaller Voyagers or one of the larger Deluxes. So there you go. Another thing is, I will be getting a few more Gundam models. And now I know a lot of you people don't like to watch my Gundam videos, but hopefully soon I will be able to order like the Zeong, some of the Gundams from Tri-Island Wars. I want to try to get a few of the Gundams from that, and I think it's just about it in terms of Gundams I want to try to get, besides the Lightning Gundam. I think that's just about it, and then picking up the rest of Wave 2 for those Funko action figures, because I do have Foxy, I do have Nightmare Foxy and Nightmare Chica. Haven't been able to find a Nightmare Bonnie no matter how hard I try. Same thing with Funtime Foxy. I see Freddy all the time, so I haven't really been worried about him. And I always see Jacko Chica, and I don't care about Jacko Chica, so I'm not going to get her. But, so yeah, those are some things to be expected sooner or later. So, just keep a lookout for any of that stuff if you're interested. Mainly be expecting some new Transformers coming in, because with the money that I had recently just came across, I'm going to be buying some Transformers with it. And if I get any more money, that'll be put towards the other Build-A-Figure kind of guys, more Gundams, more Titans Return stuff, more Generations, maybe some classics. I'm going to try to pick up some classics. And then if anybody donates any Transformers, which again, I do highly recommend, or highly Yeah, I do highly recommend, if you have any old Transformers, whether it be from Cybertron, from Energon, even from Beast Wars, or anything like that, and you don't want them and you just want to get rid of them, feel free to donate them to me. I will review them, and if I don't necessarily like the figure, I will donate it to to Toys for Tots or something like that. And if not, then it'll make a lovely, I'll make a lovely spot for it on my shelves. So, spitting out all that information, let's get to the actual review itself. So, bringing in Captain Phasma. Let me see if I can try to get the camera to work for me here. Captain Phasma. Oh, this is going to be really hard. She's so tall. She's so tall. Oh, my lord. My camera doesn't want to do this. She's so tall. Let me see if I can make my tripod a little bit taller. There we go. That might work. A little bit better. Okay. So you can see the main complaint is that she's not chrome. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't think there is any figures of her that are chrome. Not even the Black Series version of Captain Phasma's chrome. She's going to have to sit here on her knees. She's so tall. But coming to the actual color plastic, it is a gunmetal gray. It does have a slight metallic sheen to it. I paid like $15 for this thing at my local H-E-B, so it's actually really, really impressive. Entirely new like head kind of thing going on here, which does look like Captain Phasma's helmet. It does have like little dirt marks and scrape marks and whatnot. I don't know if these might be unique to every Captain Phasma, or if these are exactly the same as every other Captain Phasma. You can see there's like scratches and bumps and stuff, and very, very reflective visor going on there with that black paint. Coming to the back, you just got some more paint and stuff. You probably did notice this little knob right here. That is there to keep the cape from flying all over the place and ringing around her body. So it just keeps it in this formation as it was supposed to be in the movie. And you see the body looks exactly the same on that side. Coming down to her chest, which does have a little bit of printed detail. This entire chest piece is a brand new piece. I think it is used for all the Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers that this series has made. We got some nice molded in details going on her utility belt. Going on the side, nothing really. You got this piece right here, which I don't really know what this is. I think it's just a filler piece for her hips. Not entirely sure. Coming to the back is just your standard Hero Factory Wave 2 or Wave 3 body. And then her legs. New piece here for the shin, which they have used over and over and over for Anakin, for all the Stormtroopers. Even General Grievous uses them, I believe. And so nothing new going on there. These shoulder pieces here are new from what I can tell. They've been used quite a few times recently now too, but to me they were new whenever I first got this. And then the feet are the exact same feet we've been getting, and it just looks really weird. Her proportions, I'm not a big fan of. She's really, really lanky, which Captain Phasma, as far as I remember, wasn't really much of a lanky character. She was more bulky than anything. But, I don't really know. There's not really much you can do about it. There are modifications that I have seen, like Boys with the Most Toys, their modification for the Stormtrooper, which I'll probably end up doing for her. If I can get the enough gray pieces and black pieces and gunmetal gray pieces, I'll probably do it to her to make her look a little bit better. But I don't really have the money or the pieces to be doing that currently, so she just stands in the back of my shelf where I don't even see her 90% of the time anyways. But, articulation, her head is on a ball joint, so she can look up pretty far. Can't really look down just because this chest piece gets in the way, and then you do get some nice pivoting action, and of course full 360. The cape is made of real cloth. There is like this fabric-y kind of material here on the inside, and then that softer kind that kind of makes you grit your teeth when you touch it. It's also a dust magnet as well. But that's the way that the cape is supposed to go, though. You can see there's all kinds of dust and hairs and stuff on it from just sitting out on my shelf. I would have preferred it if this was the side that was exposed, but it's not. If you do that, then the cape will be reversed onto her other side, which is not screen accurate, so I didn't really go for that. I went for screen accuracy. She does have the nice red stripe going across the side. It stops down at the bottom. Her cape is supposed to be shaped like this. It's not on crooked. You can see even if you did try to get it on straight, it's just going to be sticking out like that. So the cape is supposed to be shaped like this. I even double checked to see pictures of her other toys and stuff like that, and the capes are always like this, except for the Lego version, the actual minifigure. I don't believe the cape was like that. But articulation, the shoulders are on a ball joint. This one does get a little bit caught up on the cape, but this one is perfectly movement and free. Only go out about that far before this shoulder piece will pop off, and then you do get the ball joint there, so you can rotate that. Elbow joint gives you a little bit over 90 degrees, and you can use this joint here to make her arm go in and out. And then the fist is on a ball joint, so you can move that as you please. The actual hips can go about that far before the leg pops off. Can go back before the little butt filler gets in the way, so pretty nice, decent range there, and about as much as you need. Her leg can go way over to the side, so if that's needed, you can do that. She does have a thigh swivel due to the ball joints range. You do have a little shin swivel. The knee only goes about that far just due to the way that the shin is shaped. This is ingenious. I love the way that they did this to make it look like the armor plating. Granted, it has this the big black crack going through it, and it probably would have been better if they used the dark gray for that piece instead, like they did with her forearms, but oh well, it looks cool either way. And of course the ankles are on a ball joint. That's some extreme pivot. Can go down. They can go up all the way, thankfully, because there's a lot of figures that can't do that. And so yeah, her posability is really up there, like most of these little Bionicle-esque figures are. They always have excellent articulation. The only one that I know that doesn't really have the best articulation out right now is probably General Grievous, but that's just because he's not really made out of only this. He's made out of like Technic pieces and stuff as well, so that he can get all of his gimmicks and whatnot. Now accessories, rather than being the normal Stormtrooper coming with the rifle and the pistol, she sacrifices the pistol for the cape, I'm assuming, and she might have a different helmet, but you get this guy, you get her rifle, which I don't know if it's a different mold or a different build than the other rifle that comes with the First Order Stormtrooper, which she has from The Force Awakens, if you didn't know that already. And it's a pretty neat little gun. I do quite like it. You can store the other missile right here, so if you don't like that, you can just pull that off, and it's just the standard little flick fire missiles that we have now. You see the other one is plugged into there. Very cool gun. I do quite like it. And to fire it, you're just going to pull this piece back and fire the missile off into oblivion. And let's see if we can hit her. And you can see these missiles fire incredibly powerfully. Like, these missiles are no joke. They will fire without warning. So if you do have a missile in it, just be careful, because this thing is on a hair trigger. It is kind of ugly whenever this thing is just kind of dangling. Would have been nice if somehow you could lock it in just like that, but you can't. And then there's just this piece on a hinge, which can't really do much with. I guess you can use it as a stand if she was in a sniping pose or something, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's just supposed to stay like that, but you can do that if you wish. Then there's a little scope, little stock, and then the gun is asymmetrical as well. So, very cool. To hold it, she just uses that little red section right there, and that just plugs right into her hand. And you can use this little post here on the side for her to hold it with both hands, so you can get some nice holding it with two hands kind of poses. I can get a much better pose than this, because this was a much better pose already whenever I didn't have her on the shelf. And another thing you can do is you can store the gun on her side, use that same little post right there, and plug it into the back, or you can plug it into the front as well if you wish. And the gun stores right there at her side, so that she can get ready to access the gun whenever she needs it. So, just kind of get her situated here, like so. And that's pretty much all there is to talk about for little Captain Phasma over here. She doesn't really do much. She doesn't have any other weapons or any special gimmicks or anything like that. It's just the firing gun, and that's just about it. So guys, that's pretty much it for her. This was the LEGO Star Wars buildable figure Captain Phasma, and I am Shockwave640, and I will be seeing you later, my little Logicons. Thank you so much for watching. Peace!